Now, I know the NBA season hasn't started yet, however, throughout the Summer League, and even just personal opinion on which teams should have drafted which, we've gotten a glimpse to see how good some of these prospects are, or how much potential some of these prospects have. So, because of that, I'm going to use all that information and redraft the lottery of the 2021 NBA draft. Before I reveal, like that content, like, comment, sub. Not only do basketball content, maybe baseball, hockey, cartoon, meme content, what I'm saying, gameplay, like type of diverse content, like kind of stuff. Alright, so the first overall pick's pretty obvious. I have Cade Cunningham. I was kind of doubtful of Cade Cunningham in the first place, however. He's played pretty good in the summer league, and honestly, 6'8", good passer, good defender, high IQ. He takes a little too much jump shots, but I still think he should be the #1 pick just based off of the Pistons need. Even if he doesn't pan out to be great, I still think that the Pistons, should try to draft a guard because they want, kind of like their namesake, or not namesake, but franchise player. Second overall pick, I think that the Rockets should have drafted Evan Mobley, in my opinion. Evan Mobley didn't play the great in the summer league, but he definitely showed a lot of that potential. Great playmaker, or good playmaker for a big, all that type of stuff. Great defender. And I think it's pretty close. You can make an argument for Jalen Green. However, in a redraft scenario, they don't pick up Alperen Sengun. They, some guards, some good offensive guards are still left late in the draft. So, in my opinion, and also when it comes to fully healthy, like when the Rockets are fully healthy with John Wall and Eric Gordon, they don't really need guards. They really need big men. Even when they are healthy, they still need big men. So, yeah, I think they should definitely draft Evan Mobley, give him a lot of defense versatility, and he could space out the floor offensively. And with the third overall pick, I have the Cavs drafting Jalen Green, just because the Cavs are one of the worst offensive teams last year. So drafting Jalen Green will definitely help out your offense. Slide him to the small forward, maybe put Isaac Core off the bench. You know what I'm saying. For the overall pick, I actually have the Raptors drafting Scotty Barnes. I know in hindsight, it looks like Jalen Suggs is the clear-cut option, but I still think Scotty Barnes has played really well in the summer league. Great defender, great ball handler. Think of Draymond Green if he was a great ball handler. He was 2 inches taller, and he had a lot of offensive potential. So, in my opinion, I still think the Raptors should have taken Scotty Barnes. Fifth overall pick, this is where the draft really gets interesting. In my opinion, the Magic should have drafted Jonathan Kuminga. Jalen Suggs is the better player. I want to preface this. However, the reason why I think the Magic should have drafted Jonathan Kuminga is because Jonathan Kuminga is a small forward, and the Magic really don't need guards. They already have Cole Anthony, Gary Harris showed a lot of potential, Markelle Fultz, Terrence Ross might be their best player, and RJ Hampton. So they don't need more guards or point guards. I think they could use other positions, and I feel like even though I think Jalen Suggs easily is a better player than Jonathan Kuminga, like not even close, I still think that for a team fit, I still like Jonathan Kuminga more for the team than Jalen Suggs. Sixth overall pick, pretty obvious, just Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs is better than Josh Giddey, respectfully. Josh Giddey's not a bad player, but Jalen Suggs just has so much potential. You could potentially definitely argue him for the Raptors. It's just, you kind of argue Raptors are just a 50-50, and then Magic, of course. I mean, you can maybe say the Magic should have traded because Jalen Suggs is that good. I mean, the Magic do still have him, but I just think based off a team fit, I don't know if the Magic should have drafted him. Seventh overall pick, I have the Warriors drafting Moses Moody. Moses Moody is basically what Klay Thompson is, catch and shoot 3-point shooter who could potentially, can step in and hit some mid-range shots, and is also a elite level defender. Exactly what Klay Thompson does. And this season, if the Warriors are wanting to contend, and if the Warriors are keeping their pick in a mock draft, I definitely think this is kind of the obvious pickup. So Moses Moody with the 7th overall pick. 8th overall pick, the Magic are on the board again. I have them drafting Trey Murphy. He was one of the best rookies in the summer league. He averaged like more than 20 points per game and really showed he could not only be a good catch and shoot 3-point shooter, elite level defender, or not elite, but really good defender, but also he could show that he could create his own shot. Potentially, just create his own shot. Simple as that. And I think that, again, with the Magic, they have a lot of guards. They have a lot of good guards. Gary Harris, Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, all those stuff. I definitely think they should have somebody who could either play the forward position or who could complement some of those guys' play styles. Ninth pick, we got Zaire Williams. I'm still very sus on Zaire Williams, but the Kings need defense. They were the worst defensive team, I think, in history, actually, last season. I think that the Kings have enough point guards. They just drafted Tyrese Halliburton. They still have De'Aaron Fox, who's their franchise player, who's going to get most of the minutes anyway. So there's no really point of drafting another guard. And Zaire Williams, he played really bad in college, and I think that he's a very boomer bust guy. However, he definitely can help out defensively if they train him right. I mean, he's 6'8" and lengthy and athletic, so, and also he showed some signs of offensive potential in the summer league, and honestly pretty much impressed in the summer league. So I have the Kings drafting him at 9. 10th overall pick, I have the Grizzlies after the trade, because again, the trades still matter before the draft, but not after. I have the Grizzlies drafting Chris Duarte. Originally, when I heard Chris Duarte draft for the Pacers, I actually thought that was the L for the Pacers. I'm not even gonna lie, because he was like 24 and he wasn't projected going the lottery, but he's really played good. He's been a really good combo guard. He's shown he could be a good three-point shooter. That's exactly what the Grizzlies need. The Grizzlies need some guards, but they don't need a point guard. They need somebody who could complement Ja Morant, you know what I'm saying? So, and also he could come in and help the Grizzlies win. He's one of the most underrated rookies in this draft class. I think they should take him at number 10. 11 we got is the Hornets, and I got them drafting Kai Jones. I mean, they picked up Kai Jones anyway, but I think that Kai Jones just fits so well with the Hornets that it's ridiculous. Can shoot the three ball, can really guard virtually every position, and is insanely athletic. He could definitely play well. The Hornets kind of have that Showtime vibe, you know what I'm saying, where they play high pace. They're athletic, they're very, quick basketball. I think Kai Jones fits perfectly with that system. And the best center right now is Mason Plumlee. So, who's kind of the definition of like average. He's just overall average center, you know what I'm saying, does everything right, but I think they could easily replace him. So Kai Jones at 11 over James Bouknight. 12th overall pick, I have the Spurs drafting Davion Mitchell. Fits well with the Spurs. Spurs love developed prospects. He's a team player. The Spurs play a lot of team basketball. He can shoot the three ball, play make. The Spurs can utilize guards, and honestly, I think he will be a really good fit, ridiculously good fit with the Spurs. 13th pick, Pacers. I honestly have them drafting Isaiah Jackson. You could potentially argue Josh Giddey or some other guard, Sharif Cooper, somebody like that. But the Pacers need a big man. Miles Turner right now is injured, and I mean their backup is Goga Batadze. So I think they could definitely use some rim protection. They have some solid enough guards. Malcolm Brogdon's good, Karis LeVert's good, and TJ McConnell's good, so I don't think they need a guard, especially Josh Giddey, who doesn't really fit well with TJ McConnell because he's not the greatest of three-point shooters. So I think that they should more or less get defense, and Isaiah Jackson, great defender, and good rebounder. And finally, last pick of the lottery we got is Warriors. I have them drafting Jalen Johnson. Simple fact of the Warriors can utilize some forwards. Plus, you're building a team around Curry to contend. In a redraft scenario, I'm not basing it off of trades. I'm basing it off of keeping the prospects and, like using them. And the Warriors are definitely contending. Jalen Johnson can guard virtually every position. Athletic, great off-ball mover. I think could just be a great fit with the Warriors. That being said, that's the end of this video. I'll mention Wizards 15th pick, Alperen Sengun 16th pick, Thunder, probably Josh Giddey, something like that. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Like, comment, sub. Yeah, I'm out.